Just hold on a second. Hold on. Be patient with me. There might be some technical issues. Let me just check some very quick. Espérate, coño. Cálmate. Sign out. Switch to my other account. Hey, here we go. Here we go. I'm getting excited about something. Just hold up a sec. Okay. Sorry. I know you're being patient. Let me just see something. Hello. Technical difficulties. All right, everybody. Welcome to episode 1 of the Highly Disorganized and a Tad Bit Confused podcast. I need to stop saying the and just say Highly Disorganized and a Tad Bit Confused podcast. Today is episode 1. Why episode 1? Because the first ever podcast was episode 0. 0 goes before 1. I'm sorry. It's 0, 1, 2, and 3. That's how it goes. 0's before 1. So yes. And what's it called? So today's topics, I'm gonna it's gonna be today's topics. It's gonna be Marvel versus DC when it comes to movies, and why, and also I'm gonna say why DC has been fucking up lately. And then the second topic is gonna be sports related. Like I said, I'm gonna try to keep all of it within an hour, because I know not everybody wants to hear my beautiful, delicate voice for more than 1 hour. So, and I feel sometimes, I don't know why, I feel like, I don't know if anxiety is the right word, but I feel like a little bit nervous, like every time I'm about to start a podcast. Because I know some of y'all are going to be listening and all that. The people who care are going to listen to this. And, thank you. I was supposed to do episode 1 yesterday. Yesterday was Thursday. And I'm doing it today, Friday. Because I was going to start doing it on Thursdays, but I didn't forget. When I did remember, it wasn't a good time because I live with my family, so, and you people come to watch my podcast, listen to my delicate voice, my beautiful voice, and so yeah, I get a little bit nervous because I'm putting on a show for y'all. Oh yeah, so let's get started. I'm sorry, everybody. Just remember that the name of this show is the Highly Disorganized, Tad Bit Confused podcast. So there will be moments where I'm just like, yeah, okay, like that, out of nowhere. When I'm running out of things to talk about, that's why it's a tad bit confused. Uh, okay, here we go. Marvel versus DC. Marvel versus DC. It's a known fact. DC can't touch Marvel when it comes to movies. It can't. They really can't. It's like, that's it. That was the first topic. Like on to the no, I'm just joking. It can't because they're fucking up so much. The only decent DC movies that I found pretty good was the Wonder Woman movie, and from what I heard about the Justice League movie, it wasn't all that. And the CGI Superman, like his face was fucked up. Look it up. Horrible CGI because the actor that plays Superman wouldn't shave his mustache at all because of another show or another project he was doing. So he didn't want to shave his mustache. So DC decided, all right, we're gonna use CGI. So boom, that should fix it. Well, it didn't fix it. It made it 10 times worse. DC, what they should have done was let him keep the mustache for the fucking movie. Okay, Superman, he came back from the dead. All the other shit, if I'm correct, he came back from the dead. Would it make sense for him to have facial hair when he just came back from the dead? No. And but what the hell? It's like so what? It's a fictional. It's a fictional movie. Just throwing some facial hair just for the hell of it, so it could look natural, so it look more real. And so I would have let him kept the mustache or give him a fake beard. Giving him a fake beard or keeping just a mustache, one of those two things are 10 times better than him shaving I mean than him using the CGI. The CGI for his face. Cause that was just horrifying. I'm surprised. I wouldn't be surprised that there was actual kids like screaming in the theaters. Ah! Like what the fuck is that? But yeah, man, I just wouldn't be surprised. But that shit was horrible. They need to do something about their CGI. They really need to, because their CGI made Superman's face look fucking ugly. It made Cyborg look, yes, it's fake, but it was horrible. Iron Man from 2008 looked 10 times more realistic than the Cyborg from Justice League. He really does. And then that's just one of the few problems. That was just the CGI shit in Justice League. So here's another problem. They need to find good directors who won't leave, who won't, like, I hear that there was 2 directors, if I'm correct, for Justice League. That's not fucking good, because I heard that the first one, I don't remember what happened. Sorry for not having the actual information right in front of my face. But anyways, so there was some issue, and so they needed another director, and then it was his version versus, it was a mess. Let me just leave it at that. It was just a mess. And they need to find good directors who know their shit about DC Comics. And that know the shit about DC Comics and that will stick around. Give them a good fucking contract and they'll stick around. Keep them on fucking lockdown. And that's and the third problem, meaning as in keep them in lockdown, is keep your fucking actors and actresses on lockdown too. Lock them down. Meaning as in there's already talks. If you don't believe me, search it up. There's already talks of Ben Affleck not being Batman anymore in the very near future. And that's not good at all. It's not good to get another actor to play Batman. Like, it is good, but that's like when you're restarting like fresh. It doesn't make sense. Like, well, actually, it doesn't make sense because of like money contract bullshit. But what I'm saying is this: keep Ben Ben Affleck, if he does leave, to get another actor and keep him on lockdown. It will do damage to the movies, to the DC movies, if Ben Affleck does leave. But let's say he doesn't leave and he's open to a new contract. DC needs to do what Marvel does and lock down their actors and actresses, because the Marvel Cinematic Universe started in 2008 with Iron Man, and then with Hulk, and then the Hulk from 2008, and when you see the Hulk from the from today's Marvels, from the last Thor movie, when you see there's the two different actors, two different Hulks, but in the in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they're the same Hulk. It's just different actors, and that's not a good thing, because it's like some people even forget that the Hulk from 2008 is the same Hulk that you see in theaters today. They forget that because they think it's two different Hulks because of the fact that it's different actors. So that's what I'm saying, that but once they got a new Hulk, they kept him on lockdown ever since. You said, that's what I'm saying. And they kept Robert Downey Jr. on lockdown. They kept the guy who plays Captain America on lockdown. They kept Scarlett Johansson, the lady who plays Black Widow. They kept all of them on lockdown for multi-years contracts. Like, for instance, I just saw like a post saying that after all these years, that the guy who plays Captain America is gonna stop playing Captain America after the 4th Avengers movie. So you know what that means? So, and every time there's an Avengers movie, there's always other Marvel movies like in between those Avengers movies. Like, yeah, Iron Man, movies before the first Avengers, then you have movies between the second Avengers. You see what I'm saying? So that means he's gonna be quite a while until Avengers 4. Because when Avengers 4 is done, he's done with being Captain America. So that's what I'm saying. It's very important to lock down your actors and actresses, because when you switch actors and actresses, it kind of like it fucks it up, and it gets the fans confused. Like, especially people who are, because millions and millions of people around the world, even billions, because of Black Panther worldwide got $1 billion box office, whatever it's called. So millions, even possibly billions, watch superhero movies, but not all of them are hardcore or keep up with the comics or any of that shit. So when you do something major as switching actors and actresses because you couldn't lock them down, that kind of does damage because people will get confused and it might cause them to hesitate them from, like, I'm pretty sure they will, but it will cause mass confusion and all this other shit. So that's not a good thing at all. Keep your actors and actresses on lockdown, and that's like the big things they need to do. Because Ben Affleck, he's not the best Batman, but he's a good Batman. Oh, wait, here's another one. The Joker from Suicide Squad. There's already talks of him not even being Joker ever again. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people give him hate because he has tattoos and he has grills. For me, I don't give a shit. Not every Joker is supposed to look the same. I like him. I like how different he is from the previous Jokers. I like how he stands out from the rest. I like that a lot. I like his laugh. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was a horrible attempt. But he has one of the, my opinion, one of the best Joker laughs. And he was, like I said, he stands out on appearance alone. And he did pretty good. He wasn't bad at all. The only thing that sucked that he didn't get enough screen time in Suicide Squad. So that's not a good thing also. So it's very important, like, to the brand, to the movies, everything, by keeping them on lockdown. And oh, here's another thing. It's a known fact. It's a known fact that The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, is going to be Black Adam. That's a known fact. That's been announced for years. It's just that DC hasn't done anything yet, but it sounds like they're going to very soon. But so that's what I'm. So that's good. I like him. People, they see him as a good guy, but they don't know that he can play a bad guy. I don't remember, but it was one of his movies from like back in the 2000s that involved space or some shit, and he ended up being the bad guy, and he was pretty good as a bad guy. So the fact that he's gonna play Black Adam is very good. But they fucked up on they fucked up big time on picking Captain Marvel. Some people say Captain Marvel, Shazam. Technically, you're both, people who say that are right, but I prefer calling him Captain Marvel because that's his original name. Now everybody likes to call him Shazam, but I'm gonna call him Captain Marvel. I don't know the actor, but they chose this actor. I don't know his name, but like appearance, I'm not sold. But the other actor that was competing with him to be Captain Marvel should have been him. And in case you're wondering, it was John Cena. John Cena versus this other actor to be Captain Marvel. It should have been common fucking sense. Common sense to pick John Cena as Captain Marvel. And people, and I know some of y'all are gonna be like, what? John Cena the wrestler? Hell no! As Captain Marvel? Get out of here with your Dumbass. Oh god, sound like that guy from Instagram. But here's why, and it makes complete fucking sense on why John Cena should have been Captain Marvel. Here's reason number one. He is very popular and famous, and superhero movies are PG-13. So you already know kids are gonna see are gonna see these superhero movies. So by not having John Cena, every little kid's superhero be Captain Marvel is a major fuck up. Because if you ask, I guarantee 90% of the time, if you ask a random little kid, who's your favorite wrestler? John Cena! It's like, that's people don't really think about the kids when it comes to superhero movies or other shit, but they do matter, like, to a certain extent. I'm not saying that they run the fucking show, but they don't. They do matter. And by not having John Cena, every little kid superhero be Captain Marvel is another fuck up. Here's another reason why, besides all the kids stuff, is in the stories in DC Comics, Captain Marvel is a 10-year-old boy. That's what he is. He's a 10-year-old boy who could Shazam! Turn into Captain Marvel. Strong, he could fight bad guys. He could go a round or two with Superman. That's what he is. He's a 10-year-old boy. By saying the words Shazam could turn him into a superhero. And John Cena is a good actor. Like, his specialty is like more towards comedy. And he has a movie coming out called The Cock Blockers, or whatever it's called, or Blockers, whatever. So his comedy skills as an actor are pretty good, and he also has the capabilities of being serious, like a serious actor also. So he has both comedy and being serious. If you want to know, like a reference, like of him being a serious actor, then watch The Marines. Don't watch The Marines 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm sorry. Don't watch The Marines 2, 3, 4, and 5. WWE went full out retarded on that. But anyways, so I recommend watching the first Marines movie starring John Cena, and you'll see that he's a good actor and he could be serious. And then if you watch the trailer for his movie Blockers, or Cock Blockers, whatever, he also has the very good capabilities of being a comedy actor also. So for those two reasons alone, he fits perfectly into the spot. Because like I said, because he would be playing a 10-year-old boy who transforms into a superhero. So he has the capabilities of doing that perfectly. Be a little bit funny and also be serious at times. And then, so that's 1 and 2. Number 3, some of you might not care, but the professional wrestling world is huge. Millions and millions of people worldwide love to watch WWE and other professional wrestling companies. That's just a fact. You might not like it, but millions and millions of people around the world love professional wrestling. And I watch professional wrestling too. I watch WWE Raw, WWE SmackDown. I watch TNA. Well, it's called Impact Wrestling now, but before it used to be called TNA. I watch Lucha Underground. I watch New Japan Pro Wrestling. The professional wrestling world is very, very huge. And wrestling fans like me know that a few years ago, one of the biggest wrestling matches of all time happened. The Rock versus John Cena. That shit was humongous news. It's an all-time classic. Magnifico. It was just like it was like it caught the attention of of millions of people who were fans from back then, like the Attitude Era, and millions of people of today. There was like, so they could have recreated that. Because if you're a comic fan, you know that Captain Marvel's nemesis is Black Adam. And in the wrestling world, John Cena and The Rock fought each other twice at WrestleMania. And before they fought for the first time ever, they had a year-long rivalry, talking shit to each other. So it's well known. So plus you already have millions of people worldwide watching superhero movies, and plus you're bringing a majority of wrestling fans. That's a major plus. You're bringing a majority of professional wrestling fans to the movie theaters to watch John Cena versus The Rock in theaters. Because that's another missed opportunity. Having The Rock, who's playing Black Adam, and having John Cena play Captain Marvel, fight each other as superheroes in movies, in a DC movie. That is one of the biggest fuck-ups DC has ever done. It really is. It's like, come on, bruv. I don't have any water on me, so I'm eating oranges whenever my mouth starts to feel a little bit dry. So that could have been golden, major. That would have caught so much attention from wrestling fans and from everybody worldwide. Having The Rock versus John Cena again, but in a superhero movie. That just would have been so fucking awesome. So by having this other guy play Captain Marvel, it's just a major fuck up. They missed a golden opportunity. And here's another thing: John Cena is already brolic. He's brolic. He's buff. He's been like that for 20 plus years. So he's naturally buff. You don't have to wait on the other guy to get, I'm so buff. No. John Cena, he had the skills, the serious acting and the comedy acting. And he also naturally has the look of a superhero. Because like I said again, if you ask a kid, 90%, if you ask a kid, who's your favorite superhero, favorite wrestler? John Cena! So it's like, come on, bruv, governor, come on. So that's a potential fuck up. And I seen pictures of this actor playing Captain Marvel on Instagram, and it's very underwhelming. Like, it's like, ugh. It almost looks like they're giving, you know, those Halloween costumes that has like a fake six-pack, fake muscles. That's what it looks like. Yeah, it's gonna be CGI and all this other bullshit, but that's a major fuck up, not having John Cena play Captain Marvel. It really is. To me, that's like one of the biggest fuck ups in superhero movies of all time. It has to be one of the top. It really is. Cause like I keep repeating myself, that's just a golden opportunity. Like, it really is. And just by that alone would have made DC millions, even potentially billions, because that's something people would pay money to see. And so yeah, that's just a major fuck up. And Marvel, they just keep dominating, and they really do. Um, like, not every Marvel movie is golden or perfect, but some of them are, most of them, not some of them, most of them are way better than the DC movies. And then, in my opinion, the last DC movie that was good was the Christian Bale Batman. The Christian Bale Batman was arguably the best Batman to play, the best actor to play Batman. Like, you don't believe me? Watch all three of his Batman movies, and you tell me if I'm wrong. So the Christian Bale Batman movies and the Wonder Woman movie. That's pretty much it. They can't brag about the Christian Bale Batman movies anymore, because that's over and done with. We have now we have Ben Affleck playing Batman. So to be honest, they can only brag about Wonder Woman. That's it. And another fuck up is I know people are gonna say, but I'm just gonna say it anyways. DC should have copied Marvel, and they should have copied Marvel and have the movies, the DC movies and the DC shows connected. But that's copying. That's copying off of Marvel. That's gonna make them look bad. No, it's not. Yes, people are gonna bitch about it at first, but after they stop bitching about it for like the first 5 minutes, people will forget about it. They should have had, and listen, that's what I'm gonna say. They should have did that. Have the DC movies and the DC shows connected. And that's what they should have did that, like what Marvel does. But here's the thing that Marvel doesn't do, that kind of like fucks them over, but at the same time it doesn't bother them at all, is that the Marvel Netflix shows, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on ABC, they're all connected with the movies. But we have yet to see any of the Marvel actors from the shows appear on the movie. And that's just, for me, that's just missed opportunity right there. It really is. Like, have Kingpin beef with Iron Man. Nah, it might be that might be too much, but like, it's just a major fuck up. Like, have like the Defenders make a cameo in the Avengers movie, and that's something that they haven't done. So in my opinion, that's a fuck up on Marvel's side by not having any of the actors and actresses appear on the big screen. So that's what DC should have and could have done. Have the shows and the movies connected, and have the Flash from the TV show be in the Justice League movie, instead of getting another actor to play Flash. They should have done that, and that will and then the Flash from the TV show is already well known. So people don't need an origin movie about the Flash when the TV show already exists. So have the actor who plays Flash in the TV show be Flash in the Justice League movie, Uh, like have the superheroes from the DC shows play in the movies. Um, who's another superhero from the DC TV shows? Green Arrow. Uh, Supergirl or Superwoman, but I think so. Yeah, Supergirl. Um, if I'm correct, Flash and Supergirl, they're not in the same Earths, I think. My brother knows way more about that than me. Uh, but from the beginning, I would have had all the same shit, same Earths, everything, and Superman in the TV shows has already appeared in Supergirl. But if DC was smart from the beginning, like before Supergirl, before all that, have all of it connected, have the Superman from the movies appear in the Supergirl TV show instead of getting another actor to play Superman for the DC for the TV show Supergirl, because that would have, because it's just helping each other out. Because at the end of the day, it's all DC. There might be different companies involved, but at the end of the day, everybody benefits. Everybody gets to eat. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a fuck up. DC should have made us all of it connected, and they should have been the first to have actors and actresses from the movies appear in the TV show, and actors and actresses from the TV show appear in the movies. That's just another fuck up. Sorry, hold up. I was eating an orange. So that's just another fuck up. Not having them all connected and have them interact with each other. But here's a way how they could kind of do that. Like for the next Justice League movie, have like a huge crossover event. In DC Comics, there's a thing about there's a thing about it's one of like the biggest of events in comic books. DC Infinite Crisis. It's a huge story. I can't even begin to explain to all of you about how Infinite Crisis work. And I understand New 52, New all this other shit. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, it's like, how do I say this for those of you who don't know, like different timelines, I guess. I don't know if I'm explaining it the right way. But it's like different timelines, I guess. But Infinite Crisis is like one of the biggest things. And what they could do is turn that could be a future DC movie. Justice League Infinite Crisis. And I guarantee you it will not be the same as the comics. There's just no way that they could do it unless they're really serious about it. But Infinite Crisis involve a bunch of superheroes from different Earths. Earth 1, Earth 2, Earth 3. It's like a whole bunch of a lot. It's just so much. But what I'll have DC do in the movies is shorten it, like just short, like make it short, and make it two Earths, Earth 1, Earth 2. So Earth 1 would be uh the superheroes from the movies. Earth 2 will involve superheroes from the TV shows. So the Superman from Supergirl, Supergirl from Supergirl, Flash from the show Flash, Green Arrow from the show Green Arrow, like and add a Batman, like get another Batman, cause so that way you have Superman from the movie, Superman from the TV shows interact, Supergirl. Well, I don't know how it's gonna work, but a Wonder Woman. Add another woman from a Wonder Woman from the TV show. I know there isn't a Wonder Woman in the TV show, but it's just a what if. Like, bam, bam. Have Supergirl, throw Supergirl in the mix. Have Flash from the TV show interact with the Flash and the one in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like all that. Sorry about that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so and for true comic book fans and true DC fans, they know how serious Infinite Crisis is. And if DC tried and actually gave a fuck, that's something that they can make into reality. But just only 2 Earths, that's it. If you want to push it, fine. 3 Earths, but nah, just 3 Earths, yeah, that's the maximum. But I suggest like only involve 2 Earths and that's it. And if you want to know more about DC Infinite Crisis, search it up on YouTube. There's a bunch of YouTubers. Actually, there's 2 that come to mind. I forgot their names. That explain the whole thing perfectly, and it's huge. It's very huge. And I know it wouldn't be the same as the comic books, but hey, there's only so much you can do when it comes to movies. And so that's what I would do. So have a Justice League Infinite Crisis movie, have Earth 1 superheroes from the movies, and Earth 2 superheroes from the TV show. I don't know if I should even go to too much detail into Marvel. I am gonna say that not every Marvel movie was perfect. For me, Avengers 1 and 2 simply were not all that. Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2 both shit on Avengers 1 and 2. That's just, it's just, I feel like the Avengers 1 and 2 just wasn't all that great. It really wasn't. And then the most recent Thor movie, Thor Ragnarok, it was just too much comedy involved. It was like, enough with the jokes, please. I know I went at DC a lot in this, but DC does have a lot of fuck ups. So I give them props when it comes to their animated movies. Oh, everybody has to give them props when it comes to that. Alright, that's enough. I spent way too much time into that. Now let's go to Bleacher Report. Talk about some sports. La da dee, la da da, la da da. I'm sorry, just hold up a sec. I was gonna say something about LeBron, but I already went way into a lot of detail with LeBron about last episode about where he should go. But I was gonna say something right quick. LeBron James, I'm being so fucking serious. Like, it makes no sense for him to go to the 76ers. It really doesn't. Like, I don't see him winning an NBA championship with the 76ers with Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. I really don't see that happening. Like, it makes no sense. I don't, because when I look at the sports news, people are always saying like, oh, LeBron should go to the Lakers, he should go to the Rockets. Well, the Rockets, whatever, fine, go there, I guess. I'm not too crazy about that. But like, oh, you go to the 76ers, State Cavaliers, like, but I never hear them. All these so-called sports analysts and all this other shit, like Stephen A. Smith and all these other people, I never hear them talk about the most common sense teams for him to go to, and those two teams are the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Toronto Raptors. If LeBron James cares about winning that much and he wants to win more NBA championships, those two teams make the only sense for him to go to. All these other teams, I know I said about the Pelicans, but that makes way more fucking sense than him going to the fucking 76ers. Like, come on. Come on. I'd rather have LeBron play with Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins than play with Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. It just makes way more sense for him to go to the Pelicans instead of the 76ers. So I feel like, so that's how the media really is. Like, they be promoting like the most popular sports teams that make no fucking sense for him to go to. I'm sorry for not being properly ready, and for not having more news like directly in front of me. I apologize for the lack of information that I have right now. You know what? Fuck yeah. Let me talk about Snapchat versus and how or why it's gonna die. Instagram versus Snapchat. Instagram is the superior app. It's superior to Snapchat. Did Instagram copied off of Snapchat? Yeah, but and people say, oh, but that sucks that they copied off of Snapchat. But look at this, Instagram copied off of Vine. But here's what they did: they copied off of Vine, and guess, take a look around. Where is Vine? Vine is dead. Yes, Vine tried competing with Instagram for a little bit, but Vine is done. It's dead. Finito. Another so they copied off of Vine. They added videos, 15-second videos, and you fast forward today, now they have 1-minute videos. But I hope that's it. I don't want them to overdo it and add 2-minute videos. 1 minute is plenty. We don't need to turn Instagram into YouTube. And Instagram stories, that's what they copied off of Snapchat. Snapchat is very fucking limited. It really is. I don't use Snapchat anymore. It's whack. It makes way more sense to use Instagram. All the shit you could do on Snapchat, you can do on Instagram, and you can do even more. You can post videos, post Instagram stories. Just why not make the jump from Snapchat to Instagram? It only makes sense. There's only so much a Snapchat could do. But at the end of the day, Instagram is superior to Snapchat. It just really is. So everybody should just make the jump to Instagram. That's where it's at. And that's what I'm saying, but it makes no sense for people to still use Snapchat. People say, oh, but you can text. Oh, so what? You can do the same shit on Instagram. But you can do live. Okay, you could do live also on Instagram. It's like almost who knows? It's been a year or two since I had Snapchat. Who knows if they added some new feature that Instagram doesn't have yet. But I'm telling you, Snapchat is gonna die because of Instagram. It's just superior every way. Like, if I'm correct, everything Snapchat has, I'm not gonna repeat myself, but everything Snapchat has, Instagram has. So why not just make the full jump to Instagram? Delete Snapchat. By deleting Snapchat off your phone, you have extra memory on your phone. You free up some space on your phone, and just bam. I'm giving you life advice, okay? I'm giving you very good advice. It's just a matter of time before Snapchat dies. It just really is. I really, it's like, I wish I had one of my friends here. I know I keep saying that they will be on the show. They will be on the show. It's just a matter of timing for them, because once it's around 4 o'clock or even 3:40, I can't do the podcast. So it's just a matter of timing on their part. So I have friends, and I would like to talk to them about a lot of stuff, and it's different opinions, different ideologies, I guess. We could talk about at different people, because I know it can only take so much of my delicate, beautiful voice. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Cause you get what I'm saying, right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Get what I'm saying? Let me stop. And so that's what I'm saying. And having them on the show would be hilarious. But here's another thing I want to do with my channel is do cooking videos. I would like to do that. I like to show you how I make some of my food, because my specialties are tostones. For those of you who don't know what tostones are, it's a green plantain. You take the peel off, But it's not like a banana where you just peel it off. It's not like that at all. It's harder. You use like not a butter knife per se, but you use a knife, but it's not that sharp, and you use it to peel off the peel of the green plantain. And once you do that, you cut them like into cut. Then you take the pieces, you put them to fry, and you flip them over and all that. And then once it gets hard enough, you take them out, flatten them, you put them back in for like a minute or seconds. Some people put them in for seconds, somebody puts them for like a minute, and then you take them back out. Boom, bada bing. Those are your tostones. But I know but it'll be better if I was able to record. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, I apologize for running out of stuff to talk about. I apologize for not having information in front of me and having potential stuff to talk about in front of me. Cause then you, like I said before, I'd be like, and I'd be like this, talking about random bullshit when I should be talking about something important, but I'm not. So I guarantee you, I promise. I don't make promises. I don't like doing that because my mom told me one time that don't make promises you can't keep. But I promise for next week's episode, I will have information in front of me. Boom, bada bing. I know this doesn't seem professional, but boom, bada bing. I'll be good to go. Boom, bada bing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Okay. So for all you so at the end of the day, I want you to subscribe to my channel, turn on the notifications, and then I'm not a guy who posts tons of shit every fucking day or every week. Well, I do every week, the podcast. That's what I'm doing now. But like I said, I won't blow up your phone or anything like that. Just subscribe. Turn on the notification so you guys can be aware whenever I do my live stream podcast. And that's what I'm gonna say, man. And so yeah, so next podcast I'll be better prepared. I'm gonna try to have guests on the show. And another thing I want you all to do is share. Tell other people about my podcast, support, because it only gets as big. I was about to say something smart. It only gets bigger if I have you all sharing my podcast, having other people like, watch this guy Dan Tolentino. He has a good podcast. Check it out. So please spread this. Tell people to check out my podcast. I want this to become bigger, and this will only become bigger with the help of the people who are listening to this right now, or watching this right now. So everybody, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening, and thank you, and just thank you. Peace. Ooh.